Are you a working student? Do you often feel less privileged that you cannot afford the luxury of time like the other students do? So, will worrying help you clear exams? Not at all, right? But an easy and effective study schedule is definitely going to help you clear exams. So, come, let me help you to make one. All right. So before starting, let me tell you my assumptions. I assume that you're working for 8 hours. See, 8 hours could be 9 to 5, 10 to 6, anything. All right. So let us first understand how much time have we got in an entire day. Right. So let's assume you're working for 8 hours, 9 hours, depending on your schedule. Maybe you might be working even lesser than that. So you are better privileged. All right. So I'm assuming 8 hours and 6 to 7 hours of sleep, and 6 to 7 hours of sleep is normal sleep routine, right? All right. So if you're saving on work timing and sleep timing, then kudos to you. All right. And another 2 hours for miscellaneous, maybe eating food or traveling, conveyance, or anything miscellaneous, right? So you know what I mean by miscellaneous. So now can we understand how much time do we really have in a day? So 8 hours is gone for work, and 6 to 7 hours I'm rounding off on the upper limit. So 7 hours for sleep and anything else, and let's say 3 hours for miscellaneous, maybe eating food and conveyance and the rest. So we exhaust around 18 hours here. So total we have 24 hours. So exactly, let's say you have around 6 hours. Right. Not fair at all, right? Where the other students have the entire day for themselves to do a lot of things, study, enjoy. Working students don't really have that privilege. But let me tell you, this time could be most focused for you, and you know exactly where you want to be, right? See, if you have taken a decision to study along with work and to get into a better position, then it means that you are confident enough that you will do it, and you are going to stand by that decision of yours, and I am here to help you do that, right? All right. So one more basic thing that everybody forgets is you think you have 6 hours, but in that 6 hours, what is your energy level, dear? What is your energy level? So in that 6 hours, we know that morning time is the best time, right? The golden hours. So we have the maximum energy here, but the time we are hurrying up, you have to go to work, we have to we really have to engage ourselves in many other miscellaneous work, right? So what happens is here we have a lot of energy but limited time. Okay, limited time. But in the evenings, what happens? Let's say you get back home by 6 o'clock or 5:30. Evenings you again have time, but aren't you tired, right? Did you forget that you're tired? You've worked for the entire day, right? So we need to strike a balance here. And how do we strike a balance? Yes, come, let's see that, right? So I am a morning person, and I can really suggest to students who prefer being morning persons, right? So if you are a night person, you can definitely reschedule this entire plan. Okay, this is just a hint. This is obviously amendable. All right. So first, morning times, our first basic rule is to make utmost utilization of the time where we have maximum energy. That is the morning time, right? So we do not want to waste any time in the morning. Morning is the most silent time zone where nobody is going to disturb you, right? So first thing, we will make sure we will wake up early. So let's say wake up time could be around 4:50 to 5 o'clock, where you spend around 10-15 minutes to just freshen up, have your coffee, tea, milk, water, whatever it is. So make sure to hydrate yourself and then sit down for studies. Then first thing, let us also understand that we can do only 2 subjects a day. Okay, 2 subjects a day is quite enough. Okay, you need not do many subjects in a day, many things in a day. So if you're dedicated towards whatever you're doing, that is going to definitely serve your purpose, right? So let us say that we are going to do only 2 subjects. Subject number 1 is going to be the difficult subject which you're going to take in the morning. Subject number 2 is going to be something light, or maybe something practical that we can do even when our energy levels are running on the lower side, Right. So subject number one, let's say I have taken around 1 hour 45 minutes, 1.5 hours. You can sit down completely. I will tell you about planning for the next day at night at the last part. Okay. So you are already through, you're making a microscopic view on what you're exactly going to study in that 2 hour window, whatever you have. Okay. We are not going to blindly sit in the morning and search for our book saying what are we going to study. No, that's not what we're going to do. All right. So here we cover slot number one. Okay. So I think you can easily cover 2 hours here. And then maybe you can 15 to 20 minutes. You definitely have to get up for a refreshment. So eat something, fruits, or go out, get that morning sun. Okay. It is going to, you're just like a plant. You just need some sunlight and some water and some food. Right. Right. So make sure to get enough sun, make sure to breathe, make sure to get that fresh air. Okay, it's going to definitely make your day better, make your day more energetic than you think. So 15-20 minutes, engage yourself in exercise, drink water, yoga, do anything that suits you. Okay, anything that suits you, listen to music, anything that you feel is your recreation, do it. All right. So even this is amendable, even this is you can decide your timing based on how much time you have in a day. But having a plan is a must. Having a daily plan is a must. Then we still have time. We are still at 7 o'clock, remember? So 7 to 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, depending on your work schedule. See, some students have to go to work at 9 o'clock, some have to go at 10. So let's assume commutation time of around 30 minutes. All right. So depending on what time you're going to leave home, you decide on how much time you want to get ready, how much time you want to have breakfast. So accommodate everything properly. All right. So here, depending, you can catch around 1.5 to 2 hours time here, depending on your schedule. Like I said, I do not know what is your office timings. I do not know what are your priorities in the morning. Like even I get many requests from students who are homemakers as well, saying, make a video for us. This definitely applies for you. But as well, you need to know what are your needs, what are the needs of your family. You can definitely, amend this based on your priorities. Right. Then we know we are at work, right? We know we are at work, and the entire day, let's say around 8 to 9 hours, we are at work. And for the entire 8 to 9 hours, we are not able to study anything. But at the back of our mind, we are obviously thinking, oh, I wish I had this time, I could study. I wish I could prepare better for my exams. This is not the time where I really want to work. You're not very well focused at work. Sometimes it happens, right? So let me give you a few tips on how you can manage yourselves along with work, and how you can polish your mindset, right? So first thing is, you need to communicate at your workplace about your priorities. See, when you're studying finals, you are undergoing articleship as well, right? So you need to communicate. It's simple. Your boss is going to definitely understand that your exams are nearly 2 months, 3 months ahead, and this is your priority. So they will stop burdening you, or maybe they will give you lesser work that is not going to take much of your energy, right? So which will not, in the sense, you will not need to extend your timings for a lot of times. So communicate at your workplace that yes, I have to give my exams in 3 months, so I will have to stick to my fixed timings, right? Fixed timings as well. And also in between, if at all you get any idle time, okay, see, even when you're in office, maybe you have 1 hour lunch break, but 1 hour lunch break, you will not eat for 1 hour straight, right? So in that time, what can you do? You can keep some audio notes with you. Audio notes self-prepared, okay? Nobody is going to spoon feed you with audio notes, right? So when you're studying, make audio notes. Maybe one chapter you can uh, cover the entire chapter in 15 minutes. I have told this point many times, and many students have messaged me saying that it has definitely helped them before exams. You should definitely try that, right? So when you're studying, just make notes, okay? Read it loudly and record it. So next time when you're commuting, next time when you're having an idle time, if you don't have your book, just put on your earphones and listen to it, and your revision is done, right? Next, use revision videos. See, your faculties would have given you some revision videos, or maybe on YouTube you might find some person, some faculty giving you some revision videos. See, always, as we have limited resources, by what I mean time and energy, we need to make use of ready-made resources. Okay, see, you're going to get some books in the market which gives you ready-made charts, which gives you ready-made stuff, which is going to make your life easier, right? So you don't have time to sit and make charts, use colored pens, do all that is for regular students who have the luxury of time. So just go to the market and buy whatever suits you the best. You have these scanners, question and answers, where everything is in one place, where your previous year question papers, your mock test, your suggested answers, your MCQs, there is a lot of things compiled in one, whatever is called, it's a compiler, or anything that is best available or best suits you. Go to the market, go to the store, buy. Okay, don't mind spending money because you don't have the time, dear. You are not going to sit and download every question paper, sit, print it, compile it. No, don't do that. Just go and buy yourself one. All right, use ready-made resources, use idle time. Whenever there's idle time, as I told you, make sure you to carry a small book or anything where, simultaneously, if at all you're not very busy with work, you can make use of that time as well. And then learn to say no whenever required. See, when you know you cannot give that commitment to your work at certain points, see, sometimes what happens, that you might not be able to handle that case because your priority right now is study. So don't disappoint yourself and your boss, right? So just tell them politely that you will have to stick by to your timings, and you really have to cover up studying. So not to mind, and spare you for this time, and next time you will definitely get there, right? So sometimes you need to learn to say no, and learn to communicate. So, and then cover up during offs. The only time that you are going to ever get time is during your off. That is your Sunday, right? So Sunday, I know the way the rest of the world is enjoying, but you really have to study. Yes, it is definitely going to be worth it, dear. Your exams are just 3 months ahead, or however, whenever you're watching this video, see, you need to sacrifice something to get somewhere, right? It is your decision. You decided to get into a professional course, to get into such a prestigious course, then it is going to demand something from you, and be ready to give that, right? So cover up during the offs. So in that 24 hours, maybe you're going to revise whatever you did for the entire week, or maybe watch all the revision lectures, anything that is going to suit you the best. You are the best planner, and nobody else can plan for you. You should know that, right? All right. So here we are. So we come back. We saw what we can do along with work. Now, 7 o'clock, let's say you come back at 6 o'clock, or maybe if you come at 7, start at 8. So as I told you, it is always flexible. 7 to 8:30, 1.5 hours. I personally suggest, if you have taken lectures from faculty, sit and watch them, because they will be telling and you will be listening, right? You will not strain yourself a lot. Or maybe you can do practical subjects where you're just writing and learning. Okay, so make sure that your second subject is not too heavy, which is going to demand a lot from you, right? Which is not going to demand a lot from you. So come here to second subject. So this is our slot 3. We covered 2 slots in the morning, and we are going to cover 2 slots in the evening. And around half an hour to 45 minutes, you can take a dinner break. Please talk to your family. Please sit down with your parents, with your loved ones, and talk to them. How you feel, how is your day going? And yes, also, you know, it's not only about work and studies, right? You also need to have some time for your personal life. So make sure you cover that as well. Now, coming to subject number 4, subject number 2, again with slot 4. So we are covering 4 slots, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. Again, 1 hour at night, you can definitely cover 9:30 to 10:30. After dinner, notice that your energy has increased again. Okay, don't tell me you fall sleepy. You feel sleepy. No, you won't. At least for maybe around 30 minutes to 45 minutes, you're not going to feel sleepy for sure. So maybe 1 hour, please take out that time. Even if you're sleepy, make sure you're doing something at least, right? So 1 hour we are going to take out there. Now 10:30, we are going to spend some quality time on microscopic plan for the next day. What do I mean by microscopic plan? Let's not just say tomorrow I will wake up, I will see what to do in the morning, then evening let me see for evening let me select the subject based on my mood. No, because dear students, because you have limited time, not ample time like the other students, you need to be crystal clear on what you're going to do, right? You have only 6 hours. Okay, flexible 6 to 8, not like others where the entire day they are there at home or maybe at their own convenience and they're dedicating all their time only for studies. No, that's not the case with you, right? So in this 6 hours, how can you afford to do something that does not matter? You cannot afford, right? So in this 6 hours, let us say we are going to make a detailed plan. At night, it will take you not more than 10 minutes. And let me tell you, let us promise ourselves to adhere to the plan, right? Adhere to the plan and be consistent towards the plan. So I don't know if this is visible. I've just like made a very small, this is what I make. I will just uh, try to show you. See, if this is February, okay, I don't know if this is visible. So I made some small tiny blocks where these are the days, and here I write from 5 to 8 what I do, from 7 to 9 what will I do. So if I write and don't just say I will study GST. No, don't say that. In GST, what am I going to do? In that, which chapter? Chapter 2. In chapter 2, what am I going to do? Okay. In chapter 2, what am I going to do? How much am I going to cover? All right. In practical subjects, how much of the lectures am I going to cover? How much of my revision am I going to cover? Note it down. When you jot it down and put it right in front of your face, right in front of your table, okay, anywhere, wherever you can obviously see, right? Which keeps reminding you, you are going to do better, right? So don't make mental notes. Don't make mental notes saying, oh, I will remember. No, always write. Always write and stick it on your wall or your notice board or whatever suits you the best, right? So this was my simple and effective study schedule for working students. I hope this was helpful. Okay, so this is obviously flexible and you can definitely amend this based on your own requirement. But please promise me that you are going to make a plan and adhere to it and be consistent. All right. Nobody and nothing can stop you from clearing exams if you are consistent towards studies and you show that utmost dedication towards studies. All right. So, all the best. Okay. All the best. Do not waste any time. Time is most precious, right?